Yes. Man. We came down here just to put some stuff away, and just this afternoon we had this big, huge rainstorm, and it was raining like crazy, and didn't think much of it, thought it was another summer storm, and we came down here and it's basically flooding this place, just making everything wet. Oh my goodness, we had to do so much stuff. We had to, I don't know, this place is just leaking like crazy. Like this wall, I don't know if you can see it, these streaks right here is water actually just running down. I don't know if you can see it, but it's actually on the move. That's water that's actually running still as I speak right now. It's running all the way down into here. You can see that. We just put a bunch of rags. We just scrambled and got a bunch of rags. And then I realized that it is going underneath my cabinet, making the underside of my cabinet all kind of mushy and squishy. So we got these pieces of wood that I just so happened to have down here, which I'm glad I did. Just kind of lifted the shelf up, one on either side, just to kind of hold the shelf up off the mold. And this pipe here was and is still leaking. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just leaking and leaking. And this whole tabletop was just like puddles of water all over this tabletop, just completely covering this workbench. So what we did is we just kind of stuffed the rag in that hole, and it's still kind of seeping through. I don't know if you can see that. The rag is just kind of squishy now. We just kind of wiped up the table and put this bucket here, and just ever so slowly filling up the bucket, and just kind of we put a light here just to kind of dry the table because it gives off some heat. So we're just going to dry this area where it really got squishy. The floor got really wet as well. I don't know if you can see that. Floor got really wet. And I don't know, just kind of, it's leaking like crazy back in this hall. We don't use this hall, as you can see, you can see it's still leaking. Look at this here. I'll go around the cabinet here. Just look. There's puddles of water underneath the cabinet here and just kind of everywhere. So I think what we're going to do is just get some stucco or something and just kind of cement the areas like right here where the water's just kind of dripping through, and just maybe slap some stucco in this hole right here too, because it just seems like every time a rain comes it's just gonna, I don't know, swamp this place. So just another little test God's given us, so we need to trust Him that it'll turn out better. So I'm just praying that this will all dry up and that cabinet won't rot, and then this hall will dry up, and that this table, this light will just kind of warm the table up and get it all from being too wet. So see you guys.